Namaste, everybody. I'm Kim Michelle. Welcome to Wednesday night wind down. Go ahead and lie down on your back. That's where we're going to start for our first meditation today. So go ahead and lie down. Maybe you want to put something underneath your knees, and that will help relax your back. Inhale. Let the chest expand. Exhale to the mouth. Inhale. The belly grows. Exhale. The belly falls. Inhale. Centering. Exhale. Dropping into this practice. So, we're going to do a meditation. It's called noticing. And we're going to start by thinking and noticing what is going on around us. Maybe start by grounding. Feel the mat underneath your hips, underneath your head, underneath your feet. Is it hard or soft? What's the temperature of the ground? Now, let's engage our sense of touch. Is there anything you want to feel around you? Like, how does the mat feel? What's the texture of it? Now let's think about our sense of hearing. What do you hear? Do you hear the air conditioning? Maybe cars whizzing by? Maybe an airplane? Maybe a puppy scratching itself? Now, smell. Are there any smells in the space around you? How would you describe them? And if your eyes are open, or if you remember what was in the room, think about what you see. What are some colors in this space around you? What's new that you hadn't noticed before? This practice of noticing helps remind us of the time and place we're in right now, which can help our nervous system feel calm and relaxed. So go ahead and wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers and reach the arms up over your head. Point your toes, flex your toes, point your toes, flex your toes. And now let's bend those knees and bring the thighs in close to your belly. Wrapping your hands on your shins. And give those legs a squeeze and make sure the whole back is on the ground. We have a long spine from the base of the tail of the spine all the way up the back, coming out of the crown of the head. Let's rock from side to side, massaging the back of the hips. Now squeeze those knees together and pretend your paintbrush is in between your knees and draw a circle on the ceiling. Think about the color blue that you're drawing, like an aqua blue. So draw 3 circles and then draw your circles the opposite way. And that pretty aqua blue. Now cross the ankles, have the hands behind the thighs, and we're going to rock up and down. length of the spine till we come to a seat. Really quick, because we're gonna fold all the way over to the hands and knees. We'll open the knees open, the toes will touch, and we'll reach our seat back toward our feet. And you can either extend the hands out long or place the head on a block or pillow. Inhaling. The upper back expands on the inhale. Exhale. The lower back relaxes. Inhale, puff up the upper back. Exhale, relax the lower back. One more inhale. One more exhale. And walk the hands over to the right of the mat. Place the left hand on top of the right hand. Make sure both hips are back and equal. Continuing to breathe, open up the left side body. Walk the hands over to the left side of the mat. Place the right hand on top of the left hand. Open up the right side body. Now walk the hands to the center. We're gonna come up on our hands and knees. And we're gonna do a hip circle. Loosening up the hip joints and the knees. Maybe the wrists are feeling some movements. Make your circles large or small as you want. This is your practice. I offer you poses, and you get to choose if you want to do them or how you want to do them. Whatever feels good in your body. Now we're gonna come down to our forearms. And we're gonna have a nice right angle, two right angles. One for the lower shins and the legs, that's a right angle. And then we're gonna reach the hands forward, and this is called puppy dog pose or bleeding heart, because the chin is gonna come to the ground. We're opening up the chest and the neck and the upper back. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale and exhale. Now let's come back to our tabletop. Walk these hands in. We're gonna keep working on this upper throat and neck and back area. So we'll start with our hands touching the ear, and our elbow has a little chicken wing shape to it. We inhale the elbow up toward the ceiling. And exhale the arm parallel. Inhale the elbow up toward the ceiling. Exhale parallel. Now extend that hand out. Inhale the hand, fingertips up toward the ceiling. Exhale the hand down. And we're gonna thread it underneath the left hand and bring the right shoulder to the mat. Now maybe take the left hand and walk it up to the top of the mat. The right ear is on the mat. Now I like to tuck my toes for stability because I'm gonna offer you extending the left foot out. And this makes it a balancing pose. Engage the core. Maybe lift the left leg. This is why I tuck the toe, because the right toe is tucked. That helps with the stability. Now, if that leg is lifted, lower it. Bring the knee back in. Bring the left hand in. Push into the left hand. Reach the right arm up. And exhale the right hand down. Alrighty, now let's pick up our left hand. We'll place the left hand next to the left ear with a chicken wing arm. And inhale the left elbow toward the sky. Exhaling parallel. Inhaling the elbow up. Exhaling the elbow parallel. Extend the left hand out. Inhale the left arm up toward the ceiling. Exhale, threading the arm down. Bringing the left shoulder to the mat. If that ginger bear right hand is in front of your face, maybe you want to walk it up to the top of the mat. Maybe tuck the toes for stability. Extend the left foot, I think. Right foot. I think it's the left, because I think we went diagonal. I might have told you the wrong foot before. So we want to extend the left foot and lift the left foot so you can press the right hand into the mat. I think that's it.
Inside.
The right hand is out and the left foot is out. See, that's a diagonal?
Oh, it's like a diagonal.
Yeah, it's like a diagonal. And maybe you want to lift that left leg up. You may fall over. In one of my classes, they'll encourage you to, when this leg is out, they'll say, lift it. And then bring this right arm around. And this is where everybody falls over to the side. That's a little bit of fun.
I can't put my toe down for stability because I have my Achilles.
Okay.
So, but that's fine.
Okay, so if your leg is lifted, bring it down. Bring the knee underneath. Bring the right hand in front of your face. Push into the mat. Reach the hand up. And exhale the hand down. So now we're in our tabletop. We're going to do some cat-cows. And really quick review the 3 movements we have in cat-cow. So we have the one movement where we bring the hands close to the feet. This is on the cow. Think about bringing the hands and the feet together. And that's the cow where you inhale. And exhale, you push the hands away from the feet and round the back. And then the other one is the eyes and the elbow. And so on the cow, the eyes and the elbow rotate forward. And on the exhale, you round them back so the back of the elbows rotate forward. So inhale, eyes and the elbow are forward. Exhale, round the back. Rotate the elbows. And then the last movement you want to remember is start at the hips on everything. So if we're going to cow, we lift the hips, arch the back, shine the chest forward, and lift the head a little bit. Exhale, drop the hips, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, cow. All three of those things, bringing the hands toward the knees. Exhale, hands away from the knees, rotate the elbows, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right. So now we're going to tuck the toes and we're going to lift the hips. But when we lift the hips, let's take our hands up one hand's length from where it is. And when we lift the hips, we're going to bend the elbows back. Remember our little grasshopper? Bend those elbows back. Lift the knees just an inch and lower. Exhale back. Inhale back to table. Press into the mat. Lift the knees 1 inch. Lower. Press the hips back. Back to table. Lift the knees 1 inch. 1, 2, 3. Now lift the hips up toward the sky. The knees are bent. We're gonna look in between our thighs, pressing our hands into the mat. The heels of the hands are on the mat, where the calluses are on the mat. We're looking in between thighs. A long spine. So go ahead and walk the dog, dropping the heels alternately. Stretching out the Achilles, calf. Now maybe walk it and move the hips from side to side. Opening up the hip flexor and the calves. Alrighty, now go ahead and lower those heels if you can. If you still need to bend your knees to lower the heels, that's fine. But we're still looking in between our knees, in between our thighs. Now bend the knees and we're gonna walk the hands up toward the feet. We're gonna hang out here in this forward fold. If your hands are on the mat, that's good. If not, you can bring the hands to the elbows. Sway like a rag doll. Side to side. And then take the hands and walk up the legs with the knees bent. The head will come up last. Alrighty. So we're going to take that walk up to the top of our mat. Each step will feel the 4 corners. When you feel the 4 corners, the arch of the foot is up. Alrighty, we are at the top. It's time for our sun salutation. Let's go ahead and bend the knees a little bit. Bring the tailbone down. Open up the collarbones. Look forward. The crown of the head is being pulled up toward the ceiling. Let's inhale the arms up. Bring the hands together. Exhale, hinging at the hips, coming down the center line. Stop halfway. So we're in a right angle here. Our neck is long. We're looking at the ground. Now exhale all the way down. Bend those knees so the belly rests on the thighs. Now let's inhale to a flat back. Maybe your hands are on your shins. We're in that halfway position again. Exhale all the way down to the full fold. Now hands on the mat. We're gonna step back with the right foot. Drop the right knee. Inhale those hands overhead, looking at the hands. We're arching the upper back, opening up the throat. Exhaling the hands down. Step the left foot back. We're in table. We're gonna inhale. Exhale, lowering the chest and the chin. We're in the 8-limb pose. Now inhale into baby cobra. Opening up the collarbones. Pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. And push the hands into the mat. And come back into child's pose. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling into our tabletop. Let's step our right foot forward. Inhale those hands overhead. Exhaling the hands down to frame the right foot. Step the left foot forward. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhaling the arms up overhead. Exhaling through prayer into mountain. Now let's come back into the other side. Let's inhale the arms overhead. Exhale the hands down the center line into forward fold. Inhaling flat back. Exhaling the hands down to the mat. Step back with the left foot. Drop the left knee. Inhale the hands overhead. Exhaling the hands down. Step the right foot forward. Inhale and table. Exhale the chest and the chin to the ground. Inhaling into baby cobra. Tuck those elbows in. Exhaling, pushing the hands into the mat. Reaching the seat back to your feet. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. So let's come into our table. Step the left foot forward. Inhale the hands overhead. Exhaling the hands down. Step the right foot forward. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale the hands overhead. Exhaling the hands through prayer into mountain. Alrighty, we're gonna pick up the pace a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale the hands down, step the right foot back. Drop the right knee. Inhale the hands overhead. Exhale the hands down to frame the foot, step back. We're in table. Inhale. Exhale the chest and the chin to the mat. Inhale to baby cobra. Exhale back to child's pose. This is our 3-breath rest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale into tabletop. Step the right foot forward. Inhale the arms overhead. Bring the hands down to frame the foot. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. bend the knees, reach the hands overhead. Exhale through prayer into mountain. Our last side. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale the hands down, step back with the left foot. Drop the left knee. Inhale the hands overhead. Exhale the hands down. Step the right foot back. Inhale. Drop the chest and the chin to the ground. Inhale into cobra. Exhale the hips back. 3 breaths. Come into table. Step the left foot forward. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale the hands down. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Reach the hands overhead. Exhale, hands through prayer into mountain. All right. We are going to practice a little bit. We reviewed cat-cow, and today we're going to talk about warrior 1 and warrior 2. So we're going to start at the top of our mat. We're going to have our feet open wider than hip width. Hip width is 2 fists in between your feet. So the feet are a little bit wider than your hands. And think about these feet like they're on railroad tracks. So let's step our right foot back, like a large stride. And we're going to take our heel and turn it in a little bit. So the toes are facing the right corner of the mat. And our arms are reaching out forward, and we bend our left knee. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift the left hand. When we lift the left hand, our hips seem like they move straighter, don't they? Like that. Because you want your hip bones facing forward like headlights. Now let's lift the right hand. This is our warrior 1. Everything is facing forward. Now let's step forward, back to our mountain. Let's do the opposite. Feet are more than hip width apart. Step the left foot back. Let's bring the heel in so the left toes face the left corner. We bend the right leg. Let's bring the hands in front of us. And so now we're going to lift the right hand. And that brings the left hip forward more. Go up and down. You can feel how that kind of helps the body get positioned more. So let's bring both arms up. We'll slide the shoulder blades down our back. Make sure our neck is nice and long. Our core is engaged. And think about where the outer edge of the back foot, the left foot, feels the mat. Now let's step forward. That's warrior 1 on both feet. So now I'm going to show you warrior 2. So before our warrior 1, our feet are open. I like to say they're on railroad tracks. Now warrior 2, our feet are on a tightrope. So I'm going to face you, and your feet, imagine your feet are facing each edge of the mat. So you want to have your feet parallel to the short edges of your mat. Yeah, so you open, no, your feet are parallel to the short edges of the mat. You're laying longwise on your mat. So turn sideways, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Yep, not all the way 90 degrees. Open up your legs.
Oh, you just want me to
Yes.
face that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now we'll take the front foot, which is my left foot, and I'm gonna turn it to face the front end of the mat. And look at the feet. The front heel bisects the back heel. And warrior two, your stance is longer. So I'm gonna open up my feet a little longer. Now our hips are facing the long end of the mat. Bend that front knee. The whole body is facing sideways. So put your hands on your hips. Open up the collarbones. Bring that crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Now bring the hands up to your shoulders. Open up your arms. Now we're right in the center, right? We're not leaning forward. We're not leaning backwards. We're right in the center. Now just look over the front hand. That's our warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your tailbone because we want that nice straight line from our tailbone is dragging us down all the way up through the crown of the head. So now let's finish this warrior two by straightening the warrior two leg and stepping forward. Alrighty, now let's do the other leg. I'm gonna face this way so my back's not to you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna step back with the left foot and we'll make sure both of our feet are facing or parallel to the short edges of the mat. The feet are in a wider stance. And now let's turn our right foot forward. So the right heel bisects the left heel. And now I'm gonna open up my stance even more because when I bend the right knee, the leg wants to open up even more. Hands are on the hips. My body is sideways, completely sideways. Hands are on the hips. Spine is long, opening up the shoulders. Bring the hands to the shoulders. Open up the hands in a T. I'm right in the center. I'm not leaning forward, not leaning backwards. Now look over that front right hand. That's our perfect warrior two. We're in beautiful alignment. So think about your right knee. It's tracking over the right big toe. Sometimes your knee can turn in. You want this knee to be right in line over the toe. So that's what we want to do. Bring the hands back into the hips. Step forward. All right, so we're gonna do a tiny bit of a flow. What we're gonna do is I'll just talk you through stepping back from warrior one into warrior two. So we're at the top end of the mat. Feet are on those railroad tracks, they're apart. Step back, position warrior one. Hands in front of us. Lift up the left hand so the hips get in alignment. Lift up the right hand. Breathe. Open up the hips, the hands into cactus. Inhale, kind of look at the ceiling. Exhale, close those arms. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. Hands come down to the hips. Now let's turn to the side and open up our feet so we can put them on the tightrope so we can go into warrior two. Body is in the center, hands on the hips, opening up the collarbones. Bring the hands up to the shoulders. Exhale, hands out. Look over the front hand. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Maybe open the feet a little wider. Make sure the front knee is over the front big toe. Flip the front hand up. Exhale, reverse the warrior. High-fiving the back wall. Inhale back to warrior. Exhale. Inhale, flip that hand up. Exhale, high five the back wall. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Step the right leg up. We're back in mountain. Let's do the other side. I'm gonna turn around so my back's not to you all. So now we step back with the left foot. We're gonna position ourselves into warrior one. Feet are on those railroad tracks. The heel is in, the big toe is facing the front left corner. Bring the hands to the parallel to the ground. We're gonna open up or lift up the right arm. This helps get our hips in alignment so their hips are headlights facing forward. Both hands up. Exhale the hands to a cactus. Inhale. Exhale, elbows in. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. Now bring the hands to hips. And let's bring our feet in line with each other. They're gonna be opened up a little bit more for warrior two. We'll bring the front foot, so if front foot faces forward, the heel bisects the back foot. Our body is in the center. We're gonna open the arms out. Look over that front hand. Warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Energy's coming out of our fingertips in each direction. Right knee is tracking over the right big toe. Let's inhale and flip that right hand up. Exhale, reverse the warrior. High five the back wall. Inhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, flip the hand up. Exhale, high five the back wall. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale. One last time. Inhale, hand up. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Hands on the hips, straighten the front leg, and step the left leg up. Back to mountain. Alrighty. Now, my yoga practice wouldn't be complete without some balancing, because we all need that. We'll start with balancing on two legs. So we'll just bend our knees and lift our toes. And exhale up. And exhale the hands up. Inhale, toes are up, knees are bent. Exhale, hands are up. Inhale, bend the knees, toes are up. Exhale, reach the hands up and come up on the toes. Balance on those stick toes. Exhale, the hands down, bend the knees, lift the toes up. Exhale, reach the hands up, lift the heels off of the ground, tippy toe. One more time. Bend the knees, lift the toes up. Inhale, lift the hips up. Alrighty, let's come down. Alrighty, we are going to do the prep for hand to big toe. If hand to big toe is in your practice, you can go ahead and extend all the way and do that. So I'm gonna come to the side so you can see my body. The goal is we're gonna stabilize on the left foot and lift the right heel. And when you lift that right foot up, your hips might wanna sway from side to side. But just like in warrior two and warrior one, we wanna keep those hips even and parallel. So ground into the left foot and lift the heel, the right heel. Now, let's see if we can lift the right foot. And so we have a right angle. Maybe you want to hold the wall. The goal is to have the thigh parallel to the ground, but the hips not hinging. And if hand to big toe is in your practice, you can reach down and grab your toe and extend the foot. It's not in my practice, so I'm going to concentrate on this balance. You can find a focal point across the room, and we're grounding into the foot, reaching the crown of the head up toward the sky. And go ahead and step that right foot down, shake it out. That was a long balance, wasn't it? Was that long?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was long. Okay, now this is my good side. So we put our weight into the right foot, lift the left heel. Think about the crown of your head reaching up toward the sky, and we're rooting into the right foot. Go ahead and lift the left foot off the ground. Maybe the thigh is parallel to the floor. Look across the room for that Dris D, your focal point. Each inhale, you reach the crown up. Each exhale, you ground the foot. If you wobble, you just come back up again. Center and rebalance. Resiliency. And step that left foot down. Shake out the hips. And if you have some blocks, you may pull them out. If you have your yogi squat, you don't need any blocks. I need blocks for my yogi squat. If you don't have blocks and you don't have a full squat, you can just stop right here and maybe have the legs parallel to the ground. I'm gonna come down and rest on the blocks. So as you lower, still keep the crown of your head reaching toward the ceiling. So let's lower the body down. All right. Bring the hands in to prayer pose. Lower the right hand down so you're opening up the right knee. Swing the left hand up and look at the left hand. Lower the left hand down. Press into the left knee. Inhale the right arm up. Lower it. Left. Lower. Inhale the right. Lower. Now let's lift the hips up. Move the blocks and come all the way down to the ground. All right, we are going to do one of, they say, the most pose that gives you the most benefit. It's the staff pose. It's the forward fold. See it. So let's inhale the hands over our head with a straight back. Shine the heart forward, opening up the throat, looking at the fingertips. The belly may meet the top of the thighs, so you can't come down any longer. Then drop the hands and let the chin fall to the chest. We're going to be here for 5 breath cycles. Inhaling and exhaling. Now walk the hands up the legs till you're seated. And let's bend the right knee. extend the left hand over the left leg and wrap it around the right knee. Bring the right hand behind you, spinal twist. Lengthen the spine long. If it feels good in your neck, look over the back shoulder. If it doesn't, continue to look sideways or forward. Unwind the body. Now let's bring both feet in. We're gonna be in butterfly, and if you have your feet long in a diamond, you're gonna get more of the glutes. If you have your feet close to you, you get more of the groin. Go ahead and bring your chin or your nose towards your toes. 5 breath cycles. Alrighty, let's sit back up. Extend the left leg long. Bring the right knee up toward the ceiling. Wrong leg. Left knee up, right leg long. Extend the right hand over the right leg, wrapping it around the left knee. Take the left hand and bring it behind you. Spinal twist. If it feels good in your neck, look back over the back shoulder. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale and twist a little more. Unwind. Extend the legs. So now we're going to open the feet up to the width of the mat and do a little windshield wipering of the knees. Resetting the hips. Alrighty, now bring those hands over the legs and we're going to lower the back all the way slowly to the ground. Okay, now let's take the right foot and bring it over the left knee and place the right hand on the right knee and open up that hip flexor. This is option 1. Option 2 is thread the hands behind the left thigh, interlacing them. Flex both feet hard. That protects the knees. If your hands are behind the thigh, go ahead and loosen them up. Cross the legs like you're sitting on the couch. Open the arms, maybe bump the hips over to the right side of the mat. Open the arms out to a T and let the knees fall to the left. Maybe you get a big spinal twist and look over the right hand. Maybe take the left hand and put it on top of that right knee and give it a little tug. Alrighty, let's bring the knees to the center, uncross them, scoot the body over back to the center of the mat, or maybe all the way over to the left now. We can take the left foot and put the left foot and bend it and put it on top of the right knee. Take the left hand and open up the right knee. Opening up the left hip flexor. Option 2 is take the hands behind the right leg, interlacing them, bringing that right leg in, and still use the left elbow to open up the left hip. Some people like to lengthen their right leg. Go ahead, unclasp your hands, let the right foot fall to the ground. Let the legs cross like you're sitting on the couch. Open up the arms into a T. And let those knees fall to the right. Maybe look back at the left hand. Maybe put the right hand on top of the left knee for an extra little tug. Now bring those knees up to the center, uncross the legs. And this is the second to last pose of the night. It's Happy Baby. So go ahead and lift the feet up so the soles of the feet are facing the ceiling. The knees are bent and open. Option 1 is hands behind the thighs. Option 2 is reach up to the outer edges of the feet. Option 3 is grab the big toes with your peace fingers. Maybe you rock from side to side. Think about a long spine, from the base of the spine on the mat, while traveling all the way up the back, long neck, throat is open, coming out of the crown of the head. All righty, let go of those feet, lengthen the legs down to either corner of your mat. Palms are facing upward, collarbone is open wide, throat is open, neck is long. Notice where your heels are meeting the mat, sinking in. Feel the calves melt into the mat. Feel where the glutes are on the mat. Open up the hips. Let the lower back lumbar area relax. Notice where the backs of the shoulder blades are on the mat. Open up the collarbones. Lengthen the neck. Rock the head a little bit from side to side so you can feel the base of the skull resting on your mat. Open the collarbones. Let the jaw relax. Let the mouth relax. Let the cheekbones soften. Let the eyes fall into the eyeball sockets. Relax that space in between your eyebrows. Let the forehead relax. And let that white light shine out of the crown of your head. Relax in your Shavasana. Go ahead and bring your feet together. Point your toes, reach the arms up over your head, and inhale. Exhale, relax. Turn over to your right side. Bend your knees. Rest your head on your right bicep. Place the left hand in front of your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Push into the mat and come up into easy seat. Easy seat could be crisscross applesauce, legs in front of you, or legs in a V in front of you. I'm gonna do a V today. So now is the time for our affirmations. What I like to do is inhale the arms open on a T. Exhale, wrapping them around yourself, giving yourself a hug, and you'll repeat the affirmation I give you. So let's inhale. Exhale. My voice matters.
My voice matters.
Inhale. Exhale. My opinion is important.
My
Inhale. Exhale. I say what I mean.
I say what I mean.
Alrighty, bring those hands in. Tell your body thank you for supporting you on this practice today. I thank each and every one of you for joining me and allowing me to lead you through practice. Namaste and amen.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you, you're welcome.
Well, have a good evening.
Namaste.
Bye.
Have a good evening.
Okay.
Bye. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.